And good Wednesday morning to everyone. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather. I'm your friend Scotty Ray as we begin another day and quite chilly outside. I wouldn't say take a light jacket, I'd say take a jacket today. Right now we're sitting at 48 as we wait for only a high of about 62 today. So we're going to have some gusty winds on top of that. So today could be chilly. Carry your jacket if you've got to be outside no matter what. Have a good one to where you won't get chilly. It's just, I don't like to be cold these days. How about y'all? It is Wednesday morning as the sun will be coming up here in a few moments, starting to break across the land about right now. As we all watched yesterday, the trial came to an end of George Floyd, and Derek has been convicted. We'll get into all of that this morning at 8:30, coming up with Candace and I as we'll discuss what's going on across the nation. A new thing that has happened in the evening hours, Columbus, Ohio is where this happened. I'm not sure if you're up to date on this. But more and more with the Black Lives Matter as someone else was killed by police yesterday, this time a 15-year-old girl. We go to the headlines here. We start out with what Daily Mail is putting out about this. And the cops had to shoot her. She attacked 2 to 3 other people. And we go back over to Fox News. She pulled a knife and was getting ready to stab someone, and that's when police opened fire, and she was killed. Again, only 15. One of the first times that they've gotten camera footage out from an incident that quick, and they're trying to avert more protest and more violent marches that end up, as we all know how they can in the end, of how crowds get together. But they're trying to avert that. But that's going on in Columbus, Ohio. That is the breaking news this morning of what went on. It's sad that a 15-year-old would have to end this way. They're investigating it. Expect that to be a big news story today, along with the Derek Chauvin case. That's going to be your 2 headlines that you see a lot of over the next 24 to 48 hours. But we'll get into all of that this morning. That is coming up. Some things that are going on in and around the Meridian area. Also, we'll get into Justice for Christian. They addressed the town yesterday at the board meeting there, the city council. We'll talk about all what went on with that as well. So as we move forward. Good morning. How are you? I'm glad you're up and at 'em today. I've had my 2 cups of coffee to get it moving anyway. Can't say that I'm 100% yet, but I sure am trying. All right, let's also we'll talk about a new company that is coming to Mississippi. Well, it's not necessarily a new company, but they're investing a lot in the state of Mississippi with a new company in the northern part of the state up near Memphis. So more jobs for the state of Mississippi. That's always good. All right, let's say good morning to Phil Garrison. Glad you're up joining us today. Terry Carter also. Linda Miles is watching. Thank you. Dennis Chatham is up. Morning. Also Charlotte Gray, along with Janice Bounds. Andrew Dabbs is up this morning. Bree Parker. Miss Beth Vick, how are you doing? Good morning to each one of y'all for joining us. All right, let's turn our thoughts toward the weather this morning.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As always, a big thank you to EMEPA coming aboard and being a proud sponsor with us as we get this going. Let's first go to radar map and just kind of look at what the nation looks like right now. I put a post out last night about severe weather that is coming. We do have 2 rounds, a first round this weekend and then a second round next week that is most likely going to be a lot more severe than what we're expecting this weekend. We'll break that down of what we can at this point. We're still a few days out from that event next week. We know about this weekend, but it's turning out that it could be a little bit more severe next week. All right, let's look at this map of what we've got going on this morning. As we look at radar across the nation, we do have some snow still going on up north through Pennsylvania and New York and these areas here. But as we come down into the south here, let's start out here in Arizona. As we look at Arizona, all of this is fire warnings. And, of course, with that meaning there's a lot of wind going on in the New Mexico area. We've got wind watches here, fire watch. As we start getting into Oklahoma City, this is freeze warnings this morning. And look how far this is. This is from parts of Texas all the way up through Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, even parts of Tennessee is involved in this up through Maryland, Pennsylvania. That's a long stretch there. Also here in the corner, as we get into northern Texas there up around Amarillo this morning, also hard freeze warning in effect for them. Those are chilly across the Dallas area this morning. We look at this as a frost advisory. Now, there's a chance, don't forget, for a little bit of frost, and we'll get into the map of how it breaks down in the northern part for tomorrow morning there. We've got a frost advisory in effect here. It cuts across northeastern Mississippi, across Tuscaloosa, the northern part of Huntsville, and on up toward the Nashville area. Look at that. Murfreesboro this morning has a little bit there of a freeze warning. So it's cold in these areas. And as you go to Murfreesboro, in here we're looking at, 36 degrees right now, right in that area there. That's chilly weather there. As we cut across and we go into Atlanta, we've got more of those wind watches there as we look at this across Georgia and on through the Carolinas there. So a quick look at that. All right, as we start looking, let's look at severe weather of what is forecasted, and then we'll switch from my map and then go over to what the National Weather Service has. Let's go and turn on what is expected today, and then we can go 3 days out and look at this. This is the outlook for today as we pull this up. The Miami area looks like it'll have some light showers going across southern Florida. The worst of the weather that will happen today will be in the Delaware area, up through New York and these areas here. Let me put down my ink pen so I can operate this. Through these areas here, this is a stretch just out from Maryland all the way up here through New York, Brookhaven, and Connecticut, and those areas there. That is for today. We got a little bit of rain out in Utah. As we go back to this, we'll turn off today and go down to Outlook 2, which puts some light showers there in Texas and Oklahoma as we look at Thursday. All right, now let's go on and look at Friday, and this is the beginning, and we'll get more of this as it comes in. This is what we're expecting on Friday. Overnight hours, we're getting a lot of rain is what's coming in for us. As we look at this area from Oklahoma City down through Dallas, taking in Austin, Houston, through Louisiana, and then we get in this map here in Mississippi, and we are involved in this southeastern Lauderdale County, most of Newton, and this is on Friday, and we get a little bit of Clark County mixed in with this. Now, that following day is where, during the daytime hours on Saturday, that we will see the possibility of more severe weather from the National Weather Service. So watch that. Now, as we back up and we look at this, we've got severe weather that is coming in on Friday night, Saturday during the daytime. I know there's a lot of proms that are going to be rolling in on Saturday night. We're expecting that at this point to end in time to go to a prom, and the rain should move out is what we're thinking. It's always Mother Nature, so give a little leeway there of what's happening there. You can't hold me to it, but it looks like that it will shape up for those proms on Saturday night. So that's the good news. Then we're going to have a round, and it's going to be somewhere around the 27th, 28th, which could start in Texas late Monday night or Tuesday, and then reach our area either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It depends upon how fast the storm is moving. All of that is still developing. The models haven't got it pinned down, but it does look as though that it could be more severe than what we've got now. And this will come up on the next week, being that anniversary, all that bad weather we had back in 2011, almost to the day when it started over near Philadelphia and went right across through Scuba and went right on toward Tuscaloosa. So we watch these, and again, I've stressed this many times. The spring, we get a little bit of tornadic activity in March, and then the spring season is April, May, and June, and ends in June. April being the highest of that, followed by May and then June. So we're not out of April. This is a high probability of severe weather for us in the Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana area. So we have a lot to pay attention. Do not let your weather guard down and go, oh, nothing else is going to happen, because it can. So we'll watch all of that and just be very careful what is coming over the next few days. And as always, I'll be here to watch this and tell you more about it as it gets closer, give you street-by-street coverage as to what's going on with this. So that's where we begin. In just a second, we'll get into the breakdown of what the National Weather Service has to tell us all about that as well. But first, I want to talk about our friends out at Snowden & Company, right here in Meridian. And, most of my sponsors I know personally, probably 99% of them. I've known them, most of them, 20 plus years. As the case here with Snowden and Company, I've known her all her life. And if you're looking for someone that is honest, that will take care of you like you're part of the family, well, that's what they do at Snowden and Company Real Estate, located on Poplar Springs Drive. And if you're getting ready to sell your home, they would like to talk to you. They're low on inventory. They need more homes to sell, and your home would fit perfectly into this. Now, on the same token, if you're out to buy, they'd love to talk to you as well. They can find the dream home that suits you. Go by and talk to them, give them a call, whichever works best for you. They can come to you and sit down and talk. Nothing to it. A great sales staff, team that will help you in many, many ways. When it's time to sell, talk to them. Inventory is low right now in the area, and it's a market for you there. They'll help you out with a marketing strategy, and of course, when it comes to comparable market analysis, of knowing what's selling in your neighborhood and what the homes are worth. Skilled negotiations, precise attention to detail. And that's what you need when you sell your home. These are a few homes, and they specialize in the Lauderdale, Kemper, Newton County, Neshoba area, and also Clark County. So if you live in these areas, that's where they're going to do the best. That's what the areas they know and take care of you. Many, many homes to choose from. Clark County, as we said there. Also those, if you're looking for a particular piece of just land, maybe a pond, they can find that. Let them find the keys, or well, sell the keys to your home to someone that needs it. SnowdenRealEstate.com. Drop in and see my friend Amanda. She's going to do everything she can. She's a designated seller representative, certified real estate negotiating expert. Snowden and Company, if you want to have it done right and feel like you're dealing with family, that's who you need to speak with, because she's a good girl, and I promise you'll like the experience, and a great staff to help you out every which way they can. All right, let's turn our focus back to what the National Weather Service has to tell us for today. As we pull this up, we see that today's record high was 1987, 95 degrees. We're sitting at 62 for today. Major difference. 1953 was the record low set on this date, with freezing at 32 degrees. 87 was a warm year, because the last 3 to 4 days has set the record from 1987. Wow. As we look at across the state line, sunshine today, and 62, just almost about the same weather that we're going to have here for the Meridian area, all through York and Meridian through Philadelphia. All these areas are going to have that sunshine and a little breeze today, but 62 as high as it will get. As we look at the fire dangers, this continues for today. Do not burn. We've got a lot of gusty winds, and it's just not going to be worth it. So stay away from burning. Wait this out a few days. It's not necessary to do it right now. It can cause a fire quick, and they jump across. Now, I don't know of any burn bans that are in effect, but it's highly urged not to do it. As we look at possible frost in the morning, looking at this Columbus, Eupora area, hadn't made it to us, but we're expecting it to be chilly as we go into the nighttime hours, and that's where the frost is going to be. Can't rule out getting a little bit in our area, but we're concentrating on that northern portion due north of here. Now, let's get into the severe weather that is expected Friday night into Saturday. As they twist all of this just a little bit, where it was going to be just Saturday only, they've backed it up just a little bit now to where it's showing into late Friday night into Saturday morning. And this is our area here. Northern Lauderdale County through Kemper County and Philadelphia area here. In northern Newton County, southern Winston County is the one area and cuts across through Yazoo. Now, from downtown Meridian out through Collinsville and due west toward Jackson and south, taking in Clark, Jasper, all of these areas here is going to be a 2. Severe storms are possible, damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour. Possible hail involved with this storm also, and you cannot rule out tornadoes with this system that is coming. Again, this is now changed just a little bit as we look at the forecast and moved up as we look at this into the Friday night overnight hours. So heads up on the weather there as we look at this possible flooding. Same timeline, Friday night into Saturday. We're looking at this area here. Although the Meridian area is expected a little bit more severe weather, we see that the rain threat is a little bit north here, just barely taken in up here by Martin, this area here in Lauderdale County. Most of Kemper, Neshoba, and northwestern Newton County is going to be in this elevated threat of anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. Now they're predicting for Lauderdale, Kemper, and Lauderdale and Clark, rather, let me back up on that, to have somewhere around 2 inches of rain over this period here. So we're going to get wet. It's coming. Be prepared for that. North of here, expect more rain, but possibility of more severe weather on that line of Lauderdale and southward. Does that make sense? Now, next week, as I said, we're expecting more of this severe weather to roll in. So as this passes, don't let your guard down. We've got another round, and all indications, and this is Mother Nature, but this next system that rolls in could be a lot higher severe risk than what we're expecting Friday night and Saturday. So that's keep that in the back of your mind as we plan all this. Let's go back and look at this temperature-wise. What is going to happen here? As we pull this up, over the next 10 days is what our temps are looking like. A warm-up after this cool spell pops out, after this rain system moves out Friday and Saturday night, we'll start seeing this warm up here. You see Texas there, warm. Let's go ahead and look at some temperatures here of what's happening. Tonight is going to be the coldest night that we'll have some time. 38 degrees is what we're looking at. Some are showing that it might reach 37 for tonight. Just depending upon, that's 1 degree. It really doesn't matter when it comes down to that, but it's going to be cool. 38 on average. A clear sky as we roll into tomorrow. We'll get sunshine and a little bit warmer there as we hit 69. Tomorrow night, we'll get down to 47 as we look into Friday. This is when showers start moving in there. 50% chance after 1 o'clock. Now, the severe weather comes in as we get into nighttime. 100% chance of showers rolls in here after we get to dark 30 there. And expect in Lauderdale County up to 2 inches of rain north of here, possibly 3 inches. So it's a lot there. As the day breaks on Saturday, we're looking at 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. And then that ending early, as I mentioned, most likely everything will be great by the afternoon as we go into those proms that will take place. I think it'll be okay. We'll reach a high of 75 on Saturday. So it won't be cold. It'll work out for the kids to get what they want done there for prom on that night. As we start seeing there that trend, the temperatures start warming back up again by Monday. Look at that, 75 on Sunday. By Monday, we're at 81. And then let's go ahead and jump over into the 28th of the month, 77. As we get down into May, as we break into May, look at this, solid 80s. May 1st all the way through the 5th is going to be somewhere around 83, and nighttime lows only in the 60s. Drastic change from where we're sitting right now, isn't it? That's a huge change there. Let's see here. Some more good mornings. Let me go back over here. We've had some more people join us. Thank y'all. Bree Parker, my parents got 3 inches of snow in Michigan yesterday. Have mercy. What part of Michigan do they live in? That's interesting. I haven't been to Michigan since I was a kid, but that's a lot, 3 inches there. So tell them we're thinking about them. Toonie and Brandy Hill, how y'all doing? I got everything going on. Scuba, Mississippi, and of course, Toonie spends a lot of his time there in DeKalb there. Got Toonie's Quick Stop. Hope you drop in and visit with Toonie there. Beth Vick, how are you this morning? Teresa Breedlove, good morning to you as well. Let's see here. Charlene Gaddy there. Somebody wrote something. I was trying to, from another platform there. Good morning to Charlene Gaddy. Also, Sissy McKee, good morning to you. Donna Roseman, good morning. Also, Miss Gail Gafford, representing the big city of Porterville. Linda Culpepper is up. Good morning, and thanks for the great job. I appreciate you. She's not looking too forward to the bad weather. I don't think any of us are at this point. Debbie Stewart is up. Good morning, and thanks for the great job from Miss Linda Culpepper. Miss Sylvia Stewart is up. Also, Elisa Fisher, how are you today? And Miss Helen Daniel from the big city of Preston. How are you? I hope you're doing as well also. There's going to be a lot of, as we get into the show this morning at 8:30, and I do hope each of you will come back and join me at 8:30 as we get into the headlines and things that shape America each day. And, we do things a little bit different, or I do here. It is not your normal newscast that others do. We have a lot of faith-based comments with what we do here, and hope y'all don't mind. That's just the way I was raised, and I'll continue to do that. But we look at what happens to America. A lot of times these stories are things that you wouldn't hear anywhere else. So we break those to you. Again, that's live every day, Monday through Friday, during the week at 8:30. Join Candace as she comes in and she gives us her spin of what goes on with what happens around the nation. But I'd love to have you take a part of that and spread the word of what's happening. Another place that I wanted to tell you about is out in the southeast area here in Meridian. If you're looking for produce, if you're looking for any type of plant, that's where the Red Barn plant and produce comes into play. Charlie, I went to high school with Charlie many, many moons ago. So I'm not going to say how many years I've known Charlie now because that made me old, wouldn't it? Yeah, we won't talk about that. New shipments have just arrived there of plants if you're looking for something that's going to dress up your yard and make it look good. And, of course, Charlie's going to put all this stuff up tonight, keep it nice and warm where the cold won't get it. These are homegrown. They're taken very well, good plants if you want to see these. Highway 19 South is what you'll do right outside of Meridian. Go past Bonita and go toward that Alabama line. And when you get to the southeast area, it's where you'll find Charlie's place. It's on the same place right next to where he sells fireworks, Red Fireworks Barn. Plant and produce, drop in and see them there. If you're looking for plant azaleas, he has them. Watered every day. They take care of everything there for you. If you've got a particular plant that you're looking for, Charlie will find that for you. Hanging plants as well. Easy to find. Drop in and see them and find the plants that you need for your place. They'll help you and get your place looking a whole lot better. Again, the Red Barn Plant and Produce. See Charlie today. That's in the southeast area for all your planting. Again, the produce is going to be arriving there as these warm temperatures come in. A new shipment coming in on Friday as well. That's a quick rundown, and let me make sure that I didn't have any other headlines that we needed to bring up. I don't see anything that's just jumping out at the moment, but we've got a bunch to talk about a little bit later. I hope you'll join me. Again, right now, cool 48 this morning as we begin our day. Again, let me say thank you for joining me. Good morning to Alice Peden. Thank you for joining in. Clay Banks, thank you for arriving there. It's going to be after lunchtime. Clay wanted to know what time it's going to start raining tomorrow. After lunch is what we're expecting there on that severe weather on Friday is what we're looking at as we go back and looking forward into weather this weekend. Again, next week, y'all pay attention to this weather as we don't know the exact day. It depends upon how, as these storm models start, what we're looking at. Anywhere from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, midweek is what we're looking at for here. It'll be more defined as we get closer to this as what's coming. So we'll do that. Janice Murph, thank you for watching also and joining us. And Brian Guess, a big thank you to all of y'all. I'll be back in just a little bit. And again, thanks a bunch as this day begins. Let's make it a good day together, some way, somehow. You're at Scotty Ray's Weather. Thank you.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by